On a given winter of the 1950s, the city of London woke up to one of the most shocking and unbelievable scandals ever known in the history of England. A young man called James Gardner was found dead without any reason in the mansion of one of the wealthiest aristocratic families of the city, the Wallace. Detective Richard Morrison was immediately called in to carry out an investigation on the mysterious death of Mr. Gardner.
Crime won't defeat me.
Upon arriving at the Wallace mansion, Mr. Morrison encountered a raging argument taking place between Mrs. Wallace and Miss Porter, her maid. Briefly listening, the detective understood that the lady was accusing her maid of murdering James Gardner.
You did it. How could you kill him? How could you?
Mr. Morrison's suspicions aroused at that moment. He believed that something related to James Gardner's death was being secretly hidden. Therefore, as part of his investigation, he asked for a round of interrogation with the three main suspects to take place, starting with the lady of the house, Mrs. Wallace, one of the finest ladies one could ever meet in London, and a lucky woman too after marrying one of the richest men in the country.
Mrs. Wallace, what kind of relation did you have with James Gardner?
He was a friend of the family.
Right, but what was exactly your relation with him? Were you close friends?
Yes, he was a smart rat. He had no money. He always acted in his own interest, but I liked him after all.
In the second place, Mr. Morrison interviewed Mr. Wallace, not a particularly intelligent man, despite how rich he was.
Mr. Wallace, did you personally know Mr. Gardner?
Yes, I did.
Were you aware of the close friendship between your wife and him?
Yes, I was. I introduced Mr. Gardner to my wife.
But you were not particularly fond of him, were you?
I didn't kill him, Mr. Morrison. I swear for my children I didn't.
Finally, Mr. Morrison talked with the housemaid, Miss Porter, a poor innocent girl with not the slightest touch of wickedness.
Did you talk to him often, Miss Porter?
Only when Mrs. Wallace wasn't around.
Did he ask for something to eat or drink the day he died?
Yes, Mrs. Wallace asked me to serve 2 champagne glasses for the 2 of them, and I did so. I left the tray on the sitting room where they were supposed to meet, but I didn't kill him, Mr. Morrison. How could I? I promise I didn't.
I'm not even suggesting that you did.
I love him so much. I couldn't even touch him. Mrs. Wallace was so jealous whenever I talked to him.
Why?
Well, I guess every woman must take care for her things. Isn't it that way?
After several questionings, I was able to put the pieces together. Taking into account the affair between Mrs. Wallace and Mr. Gardner, I realized that accusing Miss Porter was the only way for Mrs. Wallace to defend herself. So, reconstructing the crime, I reached the conclusion that Mrs. Wallace asked Miss Porter for 2 champagne glasses, later to poison the one that Mr. Gardner was meant to drink.
Oh, mon amour, je t'aime.
I want £10 million.
When I put forward my theories to Mrs. Wallace, she laughed at first, but finally confessed her crime.
That old bastard pretended to blackmail me. He wanted tons of money, only to keep our stupid affair in secret and not to tell my husband about it. I am very glad I killed him. I really am. He was a bastard.
The case was closed, and after the trial, Mrs. Wallace was condemned to 50 years of prison and started to be known as the Mad Lover. The crime became one of the most controversial incidents in England at the time, and is still remembered today as the Wallace scandal.